Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. Now, we've covered a lot of technical stuff here in the last few episodes. With all that being said, I want to ask you this. How do you feel about doing all that technical stuff? Are you okay with it, or do you need help? If you do need help, Kris left his contact information in the episode, as well as at the end of every episode, we have the contact information that you can reach out to us and make things a little easier for yourself. Now, what I want to cover in this episode is this. I want to step back and I want to look at why you're doing all this different kind of work. Why are you learning these different skills? How is your dream board coming? Have you looked at it lately? Have you turned your dream board into a family exercise? Do you and your family talk about it over dinner? Let me ask you this. What happens now when something doesn't go quite right in your day? Do you handle it better than you did before? Instead of you being upset the whole day over an issue that happened in the morning, are you able to get past it and move on and make the rest of the day a decent day? These are all learned skills, and it takes time to develop this kind of stuff. And it's a constant work in progress. In other words, I'm not perfect at it either. There's times that sometimes the world just flips you over, and it tends to be a bad day all day. The key is this. You want to get through things as fast as you can and move on to the kind of lifestyle that you're looking for. How are you talking to yourself? Are you your own best friend, or are you your own worst enemy? Are you asking yourself, what if? And it's a negative question. What if this doesn't work? Or are you asking yourself, what if this does work? What if I pick up 100 new customers this week? How am I going to handle it? Those are all good problems to have. So with all that being said, I want you to remember this. As this moves forward, as you build your business, as we put together your $1 million roadmap, as your life starts to change, one of the things I want you to keep track of, the better you get at doing some of this stuff, you're going to forget what you didn't know. So always be going back and reviewing in your journal, different stuff like that, talking to your family. You want to make sure you're keeping track of the progress that you're making, because some of these steps are going to be tough steps, whether it be a technical issue or whether it just be a mindset. You know, I always say this when I'm speaking from stage. I always say everybody has their own handicap. The only difference between yours and mine is you see mine before I see yours. In other words, nobody necessarily knows that you have a handicap when it comes to setting up a Facebook page. You don't know how to do it. You struggle with technical stuff. But you can see my handicap when I step up on stage or when I walk across the room. They're both the same kind of handicap. We have to work differently to overcome that stuff. But it's a challenge just the same. And no matter what your so-called handicap is, together we can get through it. So I want you to remember that. And I know we're putting a lot of technical stuff on you. Just keep moving forward. This is all part of the process in building your $1 million roadmap to get you to the point where you're a $1 million business owner and beyond. That's just something for you to think about today. That's everything I have. We'll see you in the next episode of the Money Wheel.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.